And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another season in the books for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys see the signs up there. One and done. And we did not ever get rid of that Fire Mike Tomlin sign from last year.
No, that was on display for a situation like this, because it has once again proved our worst fears, our worst nightmares have come to life once again.
This is not surprising to any of us. It shouldn't be surprising to anybody.
No.
You want to know why? Because I've seen this before.
Yeah. Coming into this season, this was my worst fear down to my core. This was my worst nightmare as a Steelers fan. I even felt this way after last season ended, right? When we lost to the Bills in the wild card, when we got blown out. This was my worst fear. It was always in the back of my mind, though I tried giving Tomlin the benefit of doubt again. I've given Tomlin time after time after time. He changed the OC. He changed the quarterback room, right? He did the necessary moves after what we seen last year.
He did. He changed OC. He changed quarterback. Both of them. But guess what? You know what it led to? The exact same result we have seen now 6 straight times, which is playoff losses.
We end the 2024 NFL season on 5 straight losses, an absolute failure season, a team collapse. We had first place in the AFC North. We gifted it to the Ravens, essentially, with that pick 6.
Symbolically, yes. We were first place in the AFC North from week 11 to week 17. We let the Ravens we gifted them the AFC North division, and they blew us out by 2 scores. Another blowout loss, another 2 deficit or more loss in the playoffs by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, how many times straight is this now? 4, 5 times now? You do realize that with this loss, we are tied with the Dolphins for the longest current playoff win drought and consecutive losses.
And I believe now, with this being our 6th straight playoff loss under Tomlin, I believe this is now the longest playoff win drought in team history.
Team history?
I am not kidding.
So you're saying this is...
If you're not
yes,
down with that,
the longest.
we've got 2 words for
Billy
you.
Butcher with the 2 says, trade some D for offense. We suck. I'm trading everything. I'm cleaning house. The Steelers need to clean house because I'm telling you right the fuck now, we are going to run it back with this same coaching staff. Nothing is going to change.
No.
Tomlin is going to remain. Smith is going to remain. Austin is going to remain. And we'll be talking about the same thing all over again, watching the same movie 1 year from now.
In a year's time.
If we're lucky enough to make the playoffs next year. None of this is surprising to anyone. We have seen this time and time and time and time and time again. It's always the same result.
I say this every time.
They can do whatever they want in the offseason, in the draft. They can bring in whoever. There's always a common denominator, and you guys know exactly who that is. And he has proven, again, no matter what he does, no matter who he brings in, no matter what he fixes, no matter what new, fresh can of paint he puts on.
Coat
the
of paint.
canvas. Coat of paint. It's ultimately the same garbage.
I always
result.
use this analogy. It's like putting in a VHS tape and hitting the rewind button until it starts at the beginning once again. Only for you to rewatch the same movie and the same outcome. It doesn't matter who his quarterback is. It doesn't matter who his coordinators are. It doesn't matter who he has in his coaching staff. It doesn't matter what type of talent he has. It could be literally the best talent in the world.
If you're not down with
Tony
that, we've got 2 words for
says
you.
it perfectly. We blamed Todd, meaning Haley. We blamed Randy, meaning
If you're
Fichtner.
not down with
John.
that, we've got 2 words for
I'll finish
you.
Tony's. We blamed Keith, meaning Butler. We blamed Matt Canada. We blamed Terrell. We blamed Kevin Colbert. Guys, we're blaming the wrong person. Colbert had a lot to do with where this team is at right now.
No, he did.
Colbert gets a lot of blame. A lot of blame. And he gets a lot of blame for why the team never won a Super Bowl with the Killer B era. Colbert gets a lot of blame, but you're correct. All those coordinator changes, Todd, gone. Bring in Fichtner, gone for Canada, gone for Smith. Keith Butler, gone for Terrell Austin. And guess what? It's the exact same result. This game started off with the Steelers down. What was it? 21
To nothing.
To nothing.
At halftime.
The Steelers were down 21-0 at halftime. The Ravens had 308 total yards of offense at halftime.
308.
The Steelers had 60.
Yeah.
I've seen this one. It's a classic. Is anyone surprised? Is anyone genuinely surprised?
No. This was my fear coming into this game tonight.
And John Hall says last time they lost 5 in a row was 2009 when they were supposed to unleash hell. Levi Wright celebrates 12 months of a membership. Says GG Twins, thanks for the stream and much love. Levi, as a Ravens fan,
Mad respect.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
You guys earned this win. You guys earned the division.
Obviously, the better team in the division, in this game, in the AFC. This team just proved once again that they are not legitimate. They cannot be taken seriously. This team is a team that nobody fears anymore.
Everyone is looking forward to playing to the Steelers now.
Yeah.
They have nothing. They have no substance. They have no legitimacy. The
None.
coaching has failed this team for years now, and it all starts with Tomlin. His coordinators are figureheads because Tomlin has a certain game plan and a certain way he wants to run this team, and he's ran it for how many straight seasons, and it's led to the exact same result 6 straight fucking times now.
And I would love to hear.
It starts with coaching.
I would love to hear what Tomlin's excuse is.
We've heard his excuse.
But what's his new excuse? What's another excuse?
There is no new excuse. It's the same shit.
What is it? What's it going to be this time, Coach? What is it going to be? What are you going to do?
Oh,
hell yeah, there's going to be changes. Yeah, there will be changes. Yeah, we're going to figure this out. Yeah, I've heard this before, Tomlin. I've heard it.
You're not
Tony.
down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
Again, says it perfectly. Let's be real. Tomlin won a chip with college players. I'm sorry. I just can't bury my head in the sand anymore. It is
If
time to
you're
change,
not
fellas.
down with that,
Not just the players, but the
we've got
coaches.
2 words for
Trading
you.
jerseys with the Ravens. Come on, culture's dead. I didn't even see that. I'm so zoned out. I zoned out at
No, I
halftime
didn't see
because
that.
I knew
If
the
you're
Steelers
not down with
weren't
that,
making a comeback. I never.
We've got 2 words for
Never
you.
got my hopes up. Child of the corn. No players will want to return. Will set us back 5 years.
Why would anybody want to play for the Steelers?
Clean it all. Clean sweep.
Why would anybody want to return with the Steelers? Why would anybody want to sign with the Steelers? Why would anybody want to come and play for the Steelers? The reason being, I want to play for Mike Tomlin. That's no longer valid. That is not.
Trade it all. I'm telling you right now, and you should already know this, but if you don't and you're still blind, I'm telling you to your fucking face virtually, we are not winning a Super Bowl with Mike Tomlin.
We said this last
So
year.
what is the point of keeping anybody at this point? That includes coaching, that includes players, that includes TJ Watt, who is now still without a playoff victory in his fucking career. We are not winning shit with that scumbag at fucking head coach. He needs to go. Art the Clown, you stupid old bastard, you will not trade or release anyone because you are so stubborn and you still think he can win us something.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for
He's an
you.
idiot of a fucking owner who took because his dad passed away, and he did it because he felt like he had to. There was no other Rooney to take the goddamn job. You don't care about success. You don't care about championships. You don't care about getting back to the Steeler way.
No,
He won't make no change.
No. Listen, he thinks the Steeler way is running the football effectively and with a heavy defense.
Which is why this team has seen the same result how many years now? Which is why we're going to run it back with the same shit all over again, and it's going to lead to the same result. I've watched every single game.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for
Why
you.
didn't they start Justin Fields? I have no fucking clue. All I know is he better return next year, not Russ.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to use some Justin Fields packages. On hand, I could count of maybe 2. This is the playoffs. Single elimination game, right? As Tomlin likes to put it.
Nick Carley says Mike Tomlin needs to be fired, but how will that happen? The Rooneys will not fire head coach, so we are screwed no matter what. You guys are my sounding board. Keep up the great content.
Now listen, Art Rooney will not do a damn thing because he is complacent with winning records, and so apparently that is the new standard when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. How low we have sunk.
Oh, he has not one losing season. I've heard it time and time, and if I hear it one more fucking time, I'm gonna absolutely puke. Who fucking cares?
What does it matter? What does it matter in the end?
You know
when it
what?
comes to the playoffs, we get blown out by legitimate fucking contenders in the playoffs. Do I have to count and name the names that we have lost to? The fucking Browns, who didn't have Stefanski coaching that game in 2020.
And
We
guess
got
what?
demolished
And
by the
guess what?
Kansas City
Guess
Chiefs.
what? It started the exact same way.
2021, we got blown out by the Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. Then we got destroyed by the Buffalo Bills. And now we just got destroyed and dismantled and blown out. Yes, blown out by the Baltimore Ravens.
Without Zay Flowers.
They didn't have Zay Flowers. It didn't make a look of a difference. Lamar ran all over us. Derrick Henry, man, unstoppable.
2 touchdowns, over 180 yards or whatever. They didn't fear anything. They don't have to fear anything. So my question to Art Rooney II is, when you are watching this team, when you're watching this game, wherever you sit, are you thinking to yourself, didn't I see this before? Didn't I see this last year? Didn't I see this 2-3 years ago? Didn't I see this in Ben's last game? Is he asking himself that question? Because if he's not,
Obviously
he's a
not.
fucking idiot.
Obviously not. Obviously not. He's content with what Tomlin has been able to bring, which is only winning seasons. That's it.
Who do you guys want to see as head coach if Tomlin was fired today? I don't know. Fucking, what's his name?
Ben Johnson,
Aaron
Glenn, Brian Flores.
We've got 2 words for you.
Mike Vrabel.
There's
Don't
candidates
act like-
out there.
don't
There's
act like-
candidates out there.
Don't act like there's not options out there.
Oh, when Tomlin goes away, he just get picked up instantly. Good. Go. Get out of here. Go. The bottom line is we need a change of scenery, bro. This team, this style is stale. It is spoiled milk. It is Ryan.
Here, let me.
It is moldy bread on the counter that you left for 5 months.
A little more food for your thought. Since Todd Haley has left, the Steelers have had 3 different OCs. 3, which is Fickner, Canada, and Smith.
If you're not down with that,
Any difference?
we've got 2 words for
Mike
you.
Concho. No losing season.
Listen. 3 different coordinators within that span. Has there been?
Do you notice a
Answer
difference?
honestly. Is there any difference?
What's the biggest difference?
Is there?
What's the biggest difference? It's the same garbage game plan.
You can say the same thing about the defensive coordinator position with Keith Butler.
What's the difference?
Terrell Austin.
What's the difference? It's the same garbage game plan. The
problems that we have constantly and continuously speak year in and year out. Holes on the defense, fucking soft zone, miscommunication, offense not starting strong, not starting off hot.
It slides over. It slides over to the next year.
It overlaps. It continues to overlap, and it doesn't stop, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down any moment, any bit.
It's like the Steelers sweep it under the rug, and then eventually you're going to have to deal with it. And every single year they deal with it, and they just sweep it under the rug again throughout the season. Just ignore it. They think they can still win as if it's 1980. They still think they can win like it's 1998.
This is why this team and this organization, with Art Rooney II running the show, it is the worst it has
Because
ever
listen,
looked.
we
I'm
can-
sorry. It is.
we can-
Listen, I don't care about winning. I don't. What does it matter in the end?
You know
when
why?
in the end we get blown out?
I think a losing season for this team would be a blessing. Because that's the only way.
We've got 2 words
We can
for
make change.
That's the only way there's a chance change might happen. And even then, I don't think Art the Clown will do it. I can tell the future, 2026, 9-8 in the first round loss. Will we get in at 9-8?
7 seed maybe.
They'll be happy with that. Here's what you guys got to know, man. Mike Tomlin signed a 3-year contract extension this offseason. Terrell Austin signed a contract extension this offseason.
We've got 2 words for
Empty
you.
seats will send a message. Absolutely. But Steelers Nation is too loyal. We are too loyal.
Dude,
We watch every
we
week.
came into this game having a bad feeling that it would just be the same playoff outcome. We knew down to our soul, down to our core, it would be a bad fucking performance, but we still repped hard with our terrible towels, with our jerseys, with our hats, with our jackets underneath.
Our Steelers socks, for fuck's sake. I am Steelered out, head to literally toe. We're too loyal as fans. We watch every week. We watch every year. We go to the games. Steelers Nation, one of the best fan bases in the world. But we are so tired of seeing the same result year after year.
And no,
There's no reason to believe change will happen.
This is not negativity. This is not us bashing the team. This is not no hatred. Oh, fake fans or what? No, it's none of that. This is nothing but 2 Steelers fans, as well as you guys in the chat, sending super chats, being passionate.
We've got 2 words
Electric visuals. Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy. Get Ben Johnson, too. I don't hate that. I'd bring back Fields, though. I'd bring back Fields. Will he make much of a difference? Probably not.
If you're not down
But is he a
with
fit for
that,
Smith? Sure.
we've got 2 words for
Levi
you.
Wright. Like I said before, GG's, and I hope change comes next season. I want the Steelers to stay super competitive. Much love, Twins, and clean house next season. Never change yourself.
Dude, that's
too.
from a Ravens fan. Shout out to you, by the way, Levi. That is a Ravens fan speaking that. A Ravens fan.
Unbelievable.
This is
man.
nothing but us being passionate because we're tired of the same bullshit.
No, because we've been doing this YouTube thing since I forget
If
what
you're
year,
not
but
down with
2016.
that,
yeah.
we've got 2 words for you.
Punting on 4th and inches was my last straw. And guess what? The Ravens scored after that.
That was pretty much the dagger.
If you're not down with that, we've got 2 words
Billy,
for you.
our love for the Steelers is why we are so mad, because we care. Because we care. We care too much.
We do. In the end, this is what it comes off as. Because we care, because we're passionate, because we want this team to succeed, because we know the potential that this team can be. How do you look at a team with this talent, with this roster, the potential that they possess, and then this fucking sickening, disastrous, awful coaching staff leads us to this, the same outcome for 8 straight years now, going on 9. Almost a
you
fucking
guys-
decade.
You guys can go back and watch the end season reactions. This is literally a repeat of what we said last year, and the year before that, and the year before
We
that.
sound like a
and the
broken
year before
record.
that.
We sound like a literal broken record.
It really starts with ownership, because he's the one that says the final
If
say.
you're not down with that,
Thomas Adams.
we've got 2 words for
I would
you.
rather have losing seasons and not make the playoffs than make the playoffs and just lose all the time. It doesn't make a difference at this point. It doesn't.
No, because honestly, a win would just cover the shit.
Yeah.
That is this team. This team is shit. But a win would basically push everything, sweep everything under the rug, and think, oh, Tomlin, he showed fight. He showed heart. He showed care. He finally got a playoff win. That would just hide everything.
Yeah.
When the problem is him. He's the problem. He is the common denominator.
Yeah.
He is the issue.
He's got to go. Because once he goes, everyone goes. And then change happens. And guess what? Maybe we can finally get a competent offense. Maybe we can finally get a defense that can stop offenses, and we can stop the soft zone garbage. And we can actually move Watt around and get some pressure consistently and actually be a competitive football team and win a playoff game.
The only
Dude,
time-
we are so low, we are wishing for a playoff victory.
Dog, the only time that they're competitive is when Tomlin is looking for a winning record. Once that happens, that's out the window.
Hey,
That's
let's
gone.
get past
Look at the collapse. This is the worst collapse in 2020.
It is. Because you know why? You want to know why? Because I legitimately thought at some point this season, I said to myself, this team is different than years past.
I agree.
This team
I
can
agree.
make a playoff push. This team
Doug,
can win a playoff
you
game.
are-
And guess what?
You're not alone in that statement.
And guess what? The same result
It's
all
like the
over
Steelers. It's
again.
like the Steelers. They have Steeler Nation's heart in the palm of their hand. They just squished it.
If you're
They just
not
squished
down
it.
with
They
that,
crushed it.
We've got
Oh,
2
no.
words
Oh,
for
hell
you.
no. Electric Village says, be ready. Yins, Aaron Rodgers coming to 412 area. If Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback next year,
We're not making the playoffs.
I'm going to Pittsburgh myself and putting up a mob. A riot. Not a riot. That's the wrong word. A what do you call it? A fucking
Yindra mob.
yeah, pretty much.
Why not?
Outside of headquarters. No way.
But ownership won't do anything. Art Rooney II will not do anything.
But here's the thing. Nothing's going to change.
No.
Because, again, Tomlin signed a 3-year extension. Joe Austin signed an extension. And Arthur Smith just got here. And there's no one that's going to sign him as a head coach. And if someone were hilariously to do that, Tomlin's just going to find another run game coordinator to be the to fill in as
He
offensive
might just
coordinator.
promote one of his coaches.
This offense
He
is
might just
not,
promote
this,
from within.
This offense is not pass-oriented. They are focused on running the ball and doing very little, which is why they only had Pickens as the sole guy all season at receiver. The O-line sucks. Pat Meyer, the
If
O-line
you're
coach,
not down
has to
with
go.
that,
Awful.
We've got 2 words
Thomas
for
Adams,
you.
screw Mike Tomlin. This season was a nail in the coffin with him. I'm so done with him. It should be. I 100% agree. But I think we all know it won't. We can preach until we're blue in the face, and we probably have a couple times. It's not going to happen. I'm not getting my hopes up on that.
Neither am I. I mean, when it comes to
Tomlin getting fired is the exact same way as me going in to this game thinking we're gonna win.
Dog.
It's not gonna happen.
Dog, I have learned, I have adapted to not get my hopes up as a Steelers fan for years now. I have learned because this team has got my hopes up several times when I was a young Steelers fan, as a young adult, thinking, hey, this is finally the year. This team's got it. This team can make a push.
Especially when Ben was here, I used to be that fan. And then guess what? I started seeing the same movie every year. I thought to myself, why should I fucking get my hopes up? Why should I have any faith that this year's going to be any different?
So you and I...
And 8 years in a row.
You and I, as Steelers fans, have adapted to keep our expectations low. Is there hope? Is there promise? Is there potential? Absolutely. You can see that. But there's always a thought in the back of our mind, deep into our core, that, hey, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, and what steps do we need to do this offseason? Well, I would like to change the whole coaching staff, but realistically, I would bring back Fields. I would sign a big-name receiver like Higgins or Godwin. I would get rid of Pat Meyer, fix the O-line.
Don't resign Dan Moore.
Don't resign Dan Moore. Move Broderick over to the left. Get Fatanu at right. And defensively, we need a corner.
A legitimate lockdown corner.
And we need safety depth. Because I'll be real with you. I wasn't impressed with Minka this year. I wasn't impressed with Minka in this game.
No, get Young at the defensive line.
Yeah, we need more interior push. But at the end of the day, we say all that. But the expectation is it's not going to lead to anything.
No, because, again, as long as this coaching staff stays together, and if Art Rooney doesn't do anything, which I know he won't, the end result is just going to be the same.
And
again,
that's how we're going to feel until Tomlin's gone. Nothing's going to change that.
And that will not happen until, more than likely, 2027.
That is exactly how I feel now, seeing that even with the OC change and the quarterback change, he had a future Hall of Famer. He had Russ as his guy to try to lead this team to a playoff victory and give us some substance this year. And he couldn't get it done. I'll get to the Super Chats in a minute. All those, and it led to the same thing. I'm not expecting anything extra until he's gone. And he's not going to be gone until 3 years from now, if we're lucky.
You're telling me we have another 3 years of this bullshit?
Of course we do.
If you're not down with that,
why do I even bother?
we've got 2 words for
Anthony
you.
says Art has jungle fear. Excuse me.
Wow, jungle fear. Yeah, he lives in his fears, that's for sure.
Teflon Don, Steelers are straight cheeks. Why do I do this? I don't know. Why do we do this to ourselves? Michael says there's a reason Denver was willing to pay $98 million for Russ to play here. Tomlin is the biggest sucker in the NFL. Shaking my head, Steelers pathetic like the Bears. Oof. And Ivan, we need a change in head coach and make a run for Ben Johnson. I can only pray and hope. I can only pray, that Art Rooney II comes out and says,
if he really cared for change,
we are moving on from Mike Tomlin.
If he really cared for change, if he really cared of adjusting and getting with the times, getting with what's going with the NFL now, right?
And then here's the thing.
If he cared about the organization, if he cared about the fan base.
Yeah. And here's the thing. People are going to say, well, if Tomlin leaves, is it going to be worse? Why are you scared of that? Why would you be afraid of that? Because here's the thing. We're not winning a Super Bowl with Tomlin anyway. So I say make the fucking change and let's see what we can do without him.
Dog, just rip the Band-Aid off. Just rip it. Rip it off. Just get it done and over with. What's the point?
And if it's any worse, guess what? We get a pick early enough to go get a quarterback and we can rebuild. Don't forget, we still got a lot of guys on rookie contracts. But that's all fantasy. That's all wishful thinking.
No, but why should I believe that next year's going to be different, or the year before that, or after that, or the year after that?
I don't. This year has 100% confirmed change is absolutely necessary, but there's no reason to believe it because we're going to run it back with this exact same coaching staff. They're going to patch up some holes. They're going to draft some guys, and we're going to get the same thing all over again. Nothing's going to change.
No.
Change is 100% absolutely necessary, but we're not going to get any fucking ounce.
That's the sad truth.
And I apologize for all the cursing. This is just us as passionate as we can be as Steelers fans, seeing the same thing 8 years ago.
All I can do is put my hands in the air and just say I'm done.
No.
Dude, I was laughing more so at this game than being excited.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was hysterically laughing at Cam's son looking like a fool, which he is, but mainly looking like a fool getting stepped on by Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
Make a guy fucking look like a fool.
We've got 2 words for
Billy Maher with 499. We complained about Mike Tomlin's fourth down decision in the Jags playoff game 7 years ago. He hasn't figured it out.
You're not down with that.
Can't figure anything out.
We've got 2 words.
And no,
for
Tomlin
you.
cannot evaluate quarterbacks. You're 100% correct. That's obvious. Look at Kenny. Dirty details.
You're not down with that. We've got 2 words for you.
Dirty details says Tomlin's post-game presser was pathetic. I'll check it out shortly.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Oreo says trade Tomlin to Jets for draft picks. They're the only organization dumb enough to give it to us. Why not?
Why not capitalize? Why
You're telling me you wouldn't take a first-round pick for Tomlin?
Dog, they interviewed Rex Ryan. They are contemplating bringing back Rex Ryan. You're telling me they wouldn't trade away picks for Mike Tomlin? I make that deal in a heartbeat. Tomorrow.
Tonight, if we could.
Take them picks.
Take them picks.
Take them picks. But they won't.
No.
They won't. They
No.
won't make that decision because Arthur Smith, man, he don't care.
Arthur,
don't-
you mean Arthur Smith?
Arthur
don't
Smith,
care.
Arthur Smith,
Mi-
oh, Rooney.
Mi-
Yeah,
Mi-
I mean, yes.
they are all the same. They're all the same at the end of the day. That's what they are.
I think the word art is just cursed in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it is.
Outside the Chief, God rest his soul. Dan Rooney, God rest his soul. Both of them are just turning over in their graves with how this Steelers team has looked.
Yeah.
From where we were, from Super Bowls to legitimate playoff contenders, a team that was feared to be playing in the
Dude,
playoffs.
we
Tom
haven't-
Brady in his first year was scared to face the Steelers, bro.
And now-
He was terrified. He was shaking in his boots.
And now look where we're at.
2 words for you.
King of all blunders. You should just rename yourself to the Steelers, bro. Saul Tomlin on Hard Knocks. He gets the team ready. Are you sure? Where?
Where's my binoculars? Because I can't see.
Where?
Do I need new glasses?
He gets the team ready? Bro, what do you call this? What do you call the last 6 playoff games? What do you call the last 5 blowouts?
I'm just
You
dumb,
do
man.
realize,
I'm just
you do
dumb.
realize, like we haven't suffered any of this in years.
No, this is the worst playoff win drought that this team has been in team history.
So,
6 straight playoff losses.
In conclusion, because we're going to end it here. In conclusion, we are now tied with the Dolphins for the longest current playoff win drought with most consecutive losses, with 6 now. We are on our longest playoff win drought in team history.
Yes. Yes. We used to be
And-
remembered for championships
and our
for
last-
legitimacy. And now here we are, not even being competitive in the wild card, dude.
No.
Not even keeping it close.
And our last, 4 or 5 playout games we have lost in blowout fashion?
This is
The last 4 we've lost by 2 or more scores?
6 straight playoff losses. This is now 5 one and dones. 4 of them in the wild card.
And who's the only guy that has remained here for all that? I don't need to tell you.
You know who it is.
You know exactly
who
who
needs
it
to
is.
go, but he won't. So next year will be the same case, and the year after that, and the year after that, until the man is gone. When that happens,
Robert Cook, I sound spoiled like a Cleveland fan. I'm spoiled. We haven't won a fucking playoff game.
what do
in
you
8
mean?
years.
What do you
talking
mean? What are you
about?
talking about? Spoil? What do we
What
got
are
to
we
be
spoiled
spoiled
about?
about? What the fuck do we got to be spoiled about?
Why? Because we got winning seasons? What has that led to? Nothing. Nothing.
If you're
What am I
not down
spoiled
with
about?
that, we've got 2 words
Dirty
for
details.
you.
Since Hard Knocks been filmed, we haven't won a game. No, we haven't. I haven't watched a single episode.
I don't care to. I'm not watching. What does it matter? Season's over. That wraps up the 2024-2025 Pittsburgh Steelers season. It's over.
The
It's done.
Steelers, at the end of the day, the Steelers need a clean sweep. Everything. I'm talking coaching. I'm even talking players. At this point, man,
For me, all options are on the table.
Watt and Hayward are playing their asses off for nothing. They are not being rewarded for their contributions. They are top 2 in team history in sacks, and they ain't got shit to show for it.
Nope.
So if Tomlin's going to be here, I'm thinking to myself, why keep him? What's the difference? I love them to death. They're Steelers for life, but it's not going to lead to anything. You know what I mean? See you guys next year. We'll get ready for the draft, get ready for the offseason. Hopefully Steelers can make the improvements and the adjustments they need to make. They can make the right decisions, but
If you're not
what's it going to lead to?
down with that, we've got 2 words for you.
Mr. Grizzy with a 499. It's okay. Tomlin got his winning season. Steelers need to think about what Philly did with Andy Reid. Both teams might make the Super Bowl. Bingo. And both teams are better off for it.
Last corner of the season.
We've got 2 words for you.
Stargirl, as an Eagles fan, but I love y'all content. Stay strong. We're trying. Look at the Eagles, man. Look at the Eagles. They might make the Super Bowl.
The Eagles figured it out. The Lions figured it out. The Texans are trying to figure it out. Yet here we are, just complacent because.
And we're just
We're
middle of
the
the road.
Steelers,
We
right?
haven't moved since 20.
No, the
17.
needle
We're just-
has never been moved. We have not gotten worse. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, we have gotten worse, but the needle has not gone down. It has not even moved up. It has just
we're
stayed there.
We're in the middle of the road.
We
We're
have
in the
been
middle
there.
of the league, just right there.
It has just not been moving at all.
See you guys. See you guys in the next one. Here we go, Steelers. See you guys next season.
just don't
for a
forget-
repeat all over again.
Do not forget, guys, the standard is the standard at the end of the day.
Year 9 of one and done. Here we come. See you guys in the next one. See you guys next season. Thank you guys for a crazy, wild season. Here we go, Suits, at the end of the day.
Thank you guys for your support all season.
If you're not
All
down with
season.
that,
Zach the Legend.
we've got 2
Does it perfectly.
words for you.
See y'all next year. Here we go, Steelers.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I have Rocky Blyer just end it off.
The Steelers suck.